Welcome back, yogis, for another teen yoga class. We're going to start today a little different than our last video. If you watched my first video, we started with legs up the wall. Today we're going to start with our soles of the feet together, lying on your back. Your knees are spread out wide. So if you can see, my feet are together, my knees are spread out wide. I have everything down on the floor. Your knees may be up higher or down lower than mine. And your hands are going to make a little diamond shape and come onto your lower abdomen just below your belly button. And we're going to start out just by taking a few deep breaths here. In through your nose, out through your nose. While you're lying here, just breathing. Think about letting the rest of your day go away and disappear for a little bit of time while we're working on yoga today. Also, while you're lying here, think about setting an intention or what you want to get out of your yoga class today. Maybe you'd like to leave with a calm, peaceful feeling. And when you're ready, use your hands to gently come to a seated position, folding your legs right at the mid of your shins. Today, our yoga class is going to be focused on the chakras. So I'm just going to show you a quick little image about that. So there are 7 main chakras, which are also called energy centers. And if you can see, here's a seated person. And those energy centers go straight up your spine. And there's a color and a sound and yoga poses that go with each color of our chakra system. And so we're going to be talking about that today. We're going to go back to our mat right now, and we're going to start with just a simple Om. So with your legs crossed, inhale both arms up. And exhale your hands to heart center. We're going to breathe in through our nose, inhale big into your nose, and we're going to open our mouth and release the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. Om. Awesome job. So the last time that we met, if you watched my Teen Yoga 101 video from the other day, and if you didn't, that's fine too, we meditated by doing Peace Begins with Me. And we talked about meditation as a way to calm all the noise that's going on in your head. So we talked about being overwhelmed. Maybe your mom is giving you a lot of directions. Maybe you're overwhelmed by school. Maybe you have just too much going on and too much external noise going on in your life, and you need to just bring it to a peaceful place. So meditation is the way to get there. So we did, by touching our fingers to our thumb, we did Peace Begins with Me. Today we're going to say a little bit of a different chant, and it's going to say, I can handle anything. So right now we've had a lot going on, and which is why we're having some video yoga classes and some live Zoom yoga classes. And this is a great thing and a great internal mantra to say to yourself. So hands, the back of your hands on your knees, and repeat with me or say with me, I can handle anything. I can handle anything. Close your eyes. I can handle anything. And now I'm going to whisper it. You can just think it in your head. I can handle anything. I can handle anything. I can handle anything. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down. So we are going to just get our body warmed up a little bit just by doing a few twists and stretches. So inhale your arms up, and we're going to exhale your right arm behind you, left hand on your knee for a gentle twist. On the inhale, you're going to straighten your spine, and on the exhale, twist and look behind your shoulder. And other side, left hand back, right hand on your knee. Inhale, straighten your spine, and exhale, twist and look over your shoulder. Good job. Inhale, both arms up, and exhale, reach forward. You're going to crawl your hands out over your right knee. And crawl your hands out over your left knee. And back to center, and roll up through your spine. Bring the soles of your feet together, and just butterfly your feet out for a few times. And now we're going to move our feet with our legs with the sound of our breath. So on the inhale, lift your knees up. And on the exhale, lower down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good job. We're going to come to stand in the front of your mat, and we're going to do some sun salutations. We did sun salutation A the other day, and we're going to go ahead and repeat that same sun salutation for 2 times, and on the 3rd time, we're going to go ahead and add in a few extra moves. So start at the front of your mat. Hope you can see me from my side view. Inhale, both arms up. Hands to heart center. Ready? Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, left foot back. Plank pose. Drop your knees, drop your chest, come up, cobra. Tuck your toes, lift up, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, and you can walk your feet up to meet your hands. Hands on shins, halfway lift. Fold in. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hand to heart center. So we're going to go ahead and do that for 1 more time. Ready? Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your feet back 1 at a time. Drop your knees, drop your chest, scoop up, cobra pose. Tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. Push back through the heel of your hands. That's that bottom part of your hands right before your wrist. Push back, lift up through your hips. Push your chest toward your thighs. Look between your hands. Walk up and step up to your hands. Halfway lift, which is a flat back. Forward fold. Inhale, both arms up. Hands to heart center. Good job. This time we're going to go ahead and add a few things in when we're in that downward dog position. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your feet back for plank. Inhale, drop your knees, drop your chest, push up, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we're going to go ahead, we're going to lift up our right leg for a 3-legged dog. I'm going to bring my knee into my nose, round my back, and step my foot between my hands. I'm going to spin my back foot flat, come up, warrior 1. I'm going to open out into warrior 2. I'm going to put my right arm on my right knee and bring my arm up overhead for a side angle pose. I'm going to come back up to warrior 2, straighten my body, put my hands down beside my foot, and bring my right foot back to meet my left. Push up, downward facing dog. Lift up your left leg. Bring it in to meet your nose, round your back, and step your left foot through between your hands. Spin your right foot back. Inhale, both arms up. Warrior one. Make sure that back foot is really strong. Pinky toe touching the ground. Hips are forward. I'm going to open up into warrior two. I'm looking over the middle finger of my left hand. I'm going to bend my arm, put it on the inside or on top of my left foot. Reach my right arm overhead. My chest is facing the wall. Come back up, warrior two. Face forward, hands down. Left foot meets right. Push back, downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Walk your feet up. Halfway lift. Fold in. Inhale, both arms up. Hands to heart center. Namaste. Awesome job doing our sun salutations today. So we're going to go back to looking at our chakra system that we talked about a few minutes ago. So I have some little visuals to go with some of them. So if you remember the visual I showed you up front, our root chakra starts at the very base of your spine, down by where your tailbone is. And the sound that's associated with it is Lam. So we're just going to take an inhale in and say Lam. Ready? Lam. And the root chakra is also called Muladhara. And the saying that goes with it is I am. And this root chakra is about stability, trust, and safety. So our mantra for it can be I am safe. This is all about your survival skills. So when you get really upset and you kind of can't control your temper, that is your root chakra being out of line. So here are some poses that can help you bring your root chakra back into alignment. One is warrior one. We have tree pose and we have mountain pose. We've done warrior one today just a few minutes ago, and mountain pose we talked about in our Yoga 101 video. And we're gonna go ahead today and just do tree pose. So stand up. Your foot can be here with your toe touching the floor. It can be on your calf, or you can bring it all the way up on the inside. And you can open up your branches for tree pose. Pick one spot. If you're having problems with balance, pick one spot to look at. My standing leg, my right leg in this case, is firm on the ground. All four corners of my foot are grounded. My left sole of my foot is pushing against my right thigh, and that's how I'm able to stay balanced in this pose. And I open my branches. I am safe. Our number one rule in yoga, what you do on one side, you do on the other. So we're gonna go ahead and do tree pose on the other side. Your foot is here, your foot is here, or your foot can be all the way up here. Usually you have one side that's stronger than the other. I have a harder time balancing on my left standing leg than I do on my right. And I'm gonna open my branches. And down. Our next chakra that we're going to talk about is our sacral chakra, which is called Svadhisthana. And I probably didn't say that right. Anyway, this one is right below your belly button area. So you remember when we made that little diamond shape with our hands when we were laying on our back earlier? That's around the part where your sacral chakra is. And this chakra controls your emotions and your sociability and your creativity. The sound associated with it is Vam. So we can just kind of touch right below your belly button and say Vam. And the saying that goes with that is I feel. So I feel upset, I feel strong. So when we're doing an affirmation, we want to try to keep it on that positive level. And the poses that are associated with is wide angle pose or goddess pose. So today we're going to go ahead and we're going to do goddess pose. So stand up, spread your legs wide, your feet are pointed forward, and you're going to just turn them out just a little bit, not all the way. Your hands are going to come up like this, and you're just going to bend at your knees. So you're trying to make a nice 45-degree angle here with your calf and your thigh. So you don't need to be way low. You want to be kind of in a nice angle. Hands up, goddess pose. Your back as straight up as you can be. So if you're bending over too much, then you want to release and have your legs up a little higher for goddess pose. Good job. We're going to move into our next chakra, which is solar plexus chakra. Solar plexus chakra. Manipura is the Sanskrit name for that. The sound associated with it is Ram. And that's right here. That core the core muscles right here. So let's say Ram. Put your hand on your solar plexus. Ram. And the saying that goes with that is I do. So this is about strength and determination. So those core muscles, that's what gets you where you're going. A lot of time in a lot of different yoga poses and being determined. So some poses that go with that is boat pose, half Lord of the Fishes, and lion pose. And today we're going to go ahead and do boat pose, which is also called Navasana. So we're going to start like this. You can hold your arms right here under your thighs. Bent legs, your toes can touch the floor. We're going to do a couple of variations. Look at my back. My back is not rounded or curved. I am sitting up, pulling myself up straight. My shoulders are pushed down. And I'm just going to, keeping a hold of my legs, lift my legs. See how my shoulders are still back and down. My spine is straight. I'm not rounding myself. I'm pushing up and back. Chest pushed out. Tap your feet down. Tap your feet up. Tap your feet down. Feet up. And you can put your arms out to the side, still maintaining that straight spine, not rounding. Push back. And if you can, the full boat pose is all the way up. And that is boat pose or Navasana. Our next chakra is Anahata, which is our heart chakra. Of course, that is all about love and compassion. And our words can be I love. And the sound associated is Yam. So put your hand on your heart. Inhale, Yam. And the poses associated are cobra or camel. We did cobra before when we were laying on our stomach and pushing our arms up, opening up our heart. And another pose we can do is camel pose. So we're going to do camel pose today. Come up on your knees. You can have flat feet like mine, or you can pick your feet up, brings your heels closer. And we're going to do one arm at a time. I'm going to start with my right arm, up, and back and touch my heel. Left arm, up, and back and touch my heel. If you see, my heart is opening, pushing up, ready to receive. And then I can do both arms up and back. I'm pushing my hips forward, my heart forward, and my head is hanging back. And that is camel pose. My next chakra is my throat chakra. Vishuddha. And the poses associated with that are bridge pose, fish pose, and shoulder stand. The sound is hum. So put your hand on your throat. Inhale, hum. And the saying is, I talk. So it's about communication, self-expression, and being your authentic self. So we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna do bridge pose today. So you're gonna put your feet flat on the floor, about hips distance apart. Roll down, hands are down by your side. Try to touch your heels of your feet with your fingers. And on your inhale, you're gonna push your body up and exhale down for bridge pose. Our next chakra that we're gonna do is the third eye chakra, and that's the space right between your eyebrows. This space is about intuition, clarity, imagination, and awareness. It's also called the anja. The sound associated is Om. And the saying is, I see. As in, I see the true you, or I see the truth. So we're gonna put our hand on our third eye. Inhale. Om. Our poses that go with this are easy pose, which is when we're sitting like this, right with our legs crossed in the middle, or child's pose. So we're gonna come into child pose. So I'm gonna come up onto my knees. I'm gonna bring my bottom back to touch the heels of my feet. My arms are back by my heels, palms on the floor, my hands are up, and my forehead touches the floor. For child's pose. And our last chakra that we're going to talk about today is the crown chakra, or Sahasrara, which is our crown chakra. The sound is Ang. And this is all the chakras and all the knowledge just shooting up your spine into a world of enlightenment out the top of your head. So some poses that are associated with this is half lotus, corpse pose, which is when we lay down to do our magic garden, and shavasana, and headstand. So we're going to be doing half lotus today. And we can say, put your hand on your head and inhale. Ang. And it's I understand. And this chakra is like the highest of high, full enlightenment, and not very many people get to this point. So sometimes these chakras can also be related to age, or depending on what kind of other things you have experienced in your life, you might get stuck in one particular spot. So sometimes your chakras are closed off or locked, and by doing some of these poses and saying some of these sounds, we can help open them up. But we're gonna go ahead and do half lotus. So almost like easy pose, but you're gonna take one foot and bring it up on top. And one foot is staying on the bottom. It might hurt you, don't push down. You don't wanna hurt your knee. If it's hurting your knee, this is not a good pose for you. And this is half lotus, or you can do half lotus on the other side. And like I said before, sometimes one side is more comfortable than the other. All right, great job. So we just did all those awesome poses. And now we are going to get ready to take a trip into our magic garden like we did yesterday, or I'm sorry, on our previous video. And so something to think about when we're getting ready is we're going to do a little meditation along with our magic garden, which is going to be thinking about the different colors of the chakras and thinking of how they're moving up through your spine and out through the top of your head, but we're going to be laying down and doing it. So turn your body around on your mat if you're not already, or on your carpet. Spread your legs out to the outer edges of your mat. Recline yourself back. Arms out so that your armpits can get some air. You're going to squeeze your foot, your thigh, your leg. Lift it slightly up off the mat and roll it and let it go. Other side, squeeze your leg, your foot, your thigh, your calf, Drop it to the mat, roll it around, and let it go. One arm, lift your shoulder, squeeze your fist, squeeze your arm, drop it to the ground and let it go. Other side, squeeze your fist, your arm, your shoulder, let it go. I'm going to sit up to play some music and I'm going to guide you through Shavasana, or our magic garden. As you're laying with your eyes closed on your mat, think of the base of your spine and think of the color red. In your head, think to yourself, I am safe. Breathe in and silently in your head, think of the sound Lam. Moving up to the next spot in your spine, think of your sacral chakra. Think, I feel calm. I feel relaxed. And silently in your head, think, Vam. Move up to just above your belly button into the solar plexus. Think to yourself, I do. I do good deeds. I am determined. I am strong. And think in your head the sound of Ram. Moving up into your heart chakra, think, I love. I love myself. I love others. I am compassionate towards others. And think in your head the sound Yam. Move up towards your throat chakra. Think of the color blue. Think of the sound Hum. Think to yourself, I speak. I speak the truth. I speak my feelings. I speak to communicate. Think in your head, hum. Moving up into your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, picture the color indigo. And think to yourself, I see. I see all there is to see. I see what is in front of me. I'm grateful for what is in front of me. Think of the sound Om. And finally, think of the color purple. Think of the top of your head. Think to yourself, I understand. And think of the sound Lay for just a minute, thinking of the colors of the rainbow as they move up through your spine and out through the top of your head. Think of the feeling that you feel right now. Start to bring awareness back into your body. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Using your right arm as a pillow, roll onto your right side and curl up into a little ball. While you're laying here, think about The next time that you're feeling bad, tired, scared, angry, take 3 breaths in of any color of the rainbow that you need. Maybe a red breath would make you feel stronger, or a blue breath would help you feel brave. Let's try it now before we sit up. Pick a color that represents what you need to feel great right now. With your eyes closed, think of that color. Inhale through your nose, breathe in that color, and open your mouth and breathe it out. Exhale. Sit up, and we're going to practice some color pranayama. So sit down, and as I say the colors of our chakras, we're going to breathe in up and down our spine. So sit up tall, inhale from way down below in our root chakra. Think of red. Inhale, orange, yellow. Feel your breath rising up through the space of your spine. Think green, blue, purple. And exhale back down. Purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. One more time. Inhale up from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And exhale it all back down. Good. Open your eyes. Place your hands on your heart. We're going to do a little heartbeat meditation. So we're thinking the sound of our heartbeat. And we're just going to meditate on that sound for a few times. You can have one hand or 2 hands. I'm just moving my one hand so you can see me a little bit better. And I'm going to think. Inhale, both arms up, and exhale, both arms down. We're going to end with one final song of Om Shanti. I'm not going to sing it for you today.
Namaste, Swami Vidyananda. Thanks for joining our class today. Would you like to lead us in our closing chant? I'd love to.
This is a repeating song.
Om is the vibration of the universe, and Shanti is peace. So this is a good chant to do whenever you want to feel peaceful. Sit up straight and repeat after me. Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with you.
Om Shanti, peace belongs to everyone.
Om Shanti, peace belongs to everyone.
Om Shanti, now our yoga class is done.
Om Shanti, now our yoga class is done.
Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with me.
Om Shanti, peace begins with you.
Om Shanti, peace belongs to everyone.
Om Shanti, peace belongs to everyone.
Om Shanti, now our yoga class is done.
Om Shanti, now our yoga class is done.
Om Shanti,
Shanti,
All right, my awesome yogis. May all the world be filled with peaceful, happy people, love and light. Namaste. Thanks for joining me for this chakra lesson, and I hope to see you next time.